Hello, welcome to a recording of an Age of Empires 2 online game. I am calling this series of videos The Road to 1200, where 1200 is the default rating on Voobly, which is the online client in which I'm playing Age of Empires 2. Yes, you start out at 1200, and I am trying to get back to 1200, because I am not very good at this game. Like I said, this is Age of Empires 2. I'm playing it on Voobly, which is a way you can play Age of Empires 2 online. The other option usually is Steam and the Steam game, the HD version. I am Corey, aka Wiener Hammer. I'm playing as Wiener Hammer in this game. It's my excellent name. This is a 4v4 Nomad game. 4v4, of course, means that there's 4 players on each team. They're all players, not artificial intelligences. I guess let's start the game. Okay, here we go. I'm going to speed this up because I just watched this a little while ago, and it was super boring. Not much happens. I guess I should say my rating to start out, it'll come up in a second, is 1158. I do not believe these ratings. These people are rated around 1200. It's just a very low level of skill in this game. I have to turn the volume down. It's so loud. I hope you can hear the in-game music, but not or in-game noises, but not as loud as I can hear it. Let's see. I'm playing as the Vikings. Let's check out the teams. I think this will pause the game. Let's see. On my team, we have Nikad KV. He's purple, playing as let's see, Spanish. Nico NVB, I'm guessing these two people know each other. He's blue, playing as the Huns. Jechu 2000 is red, playing as the Byzantines, and we're playing against Alonzo 11 in green as the Chinese. Hura in teal, playing as the Goths. PK Taro, okay, playing as the Persians in gray, and Phoenix 1234Z, playing as the Mongols in yellow. Those are the teams. Let's get going. Oops, I leave Fog of War on. My strategy, I guess, was to just move my villagers to a central location, and I saw there were some berries there, which would be good for food. So I sat down there. I didn't see it, but it was a pretty good spot. I passed some gold on the way, so that wasn't far away. And there was some stone and gold nearby. I couldn't find sheep. Usually you start out with sheep as your first food source, but there were none, so I just got these deer. The sheep are nice because you can move them around, command them to go under your town center, and you can gather food faster under your town center. But I couldn't find any, so I used the sheep. I could have built a mill here, but I don't know if I had any lumber, wood, whatever. So I had to go out here. I was kind of panicking. One mistake I made, I'm trying to fix this in games that I'm playing, newer games, is I just sent my villagers to the town center to drop off food. I should have garrisoned them, because then you can hit the ungarrison hotkey or send back to work, and they'll just continue doing whatever. If you just send them to the town center, you have to retask them to do whatever they were doing before. So that was some downtime there. I'm going to turn Fog of War back on. Yeah, this is a pre-recorded game. Played it February 2nd. I could show everyone, but I want to focus on what I was doing in this game, because one thing I want to do is watch my games that I'm playing and make sure that I improve, try to find ways to improve. I found some sheep there. Yeah, I couldn't find sheep at all, and they were hiding right there in the trees. Pretty wild. I guess at this point, I'll take a look at what everyone else is doing. You saw everyone marking their... Whoa, look at this guy. He's going so slow. Saw everyone... Oh, they're all going slow. This is on fast speed. I don't know why everyone's moving so slow. You saw everyone marking their spots. That's so you can know where your teammates are. Blue up here. They're in better spots. They're by the water. Actually, I'm not too far away. I should have docked. It was okay. It didn't matter. My teammate blue here. They're going pretty well. A lot of people on wood. I'm guessing it's to support their fishing ships, but they don't have a lot of ships right now. Purple, kind of the same strategy. I think these guys know each other, blue and purple. I think if you want to see a really embarrassing Dark Age war, you could watch Red and Green. I don't know what happened. I don't know how Green ended up with no villagers up here. And Red also, for a long time, is stuck at a very small number of villagers. And you saw this one villager was trapped up here. Okay, back to over here. Let's see here. My strategy was to get to around 25 villagers. I think normally you do 25 population, maybe if you're not doing a fast castle. But I forgot that I didn't have a scout, so when I was at 25 population, that was 25 villagers and not 24, so I went up to 25. And then I clicked up to the feudal age. I was watching this game earlier and I had to play it faster. It's such a slow-paced game. See purple advance into the feudal age. I hadn't even clicked up yet. I didn't have as many resources as them. I finally have 500 wood. Food, rather. I didn't even see this boar over here. I should have got the boar. He was definitely there. I mean, you could see him now. He was in my line of sight. Should have got him. Would have been a little awkward trying to lure the boar around the trees, but I could have done it. Put a couple guys here on gold while I was advancing. I wanted to do a fast castle. I'm not sure why. It's not a really good strategy. I guess usually in team games you can differentiate between the player in the pocket position and on the flank. Players on the flank are adjacent to the enemy, and players in the pocket are surrounded by their teammates. So I would have been on the flank in this case, although I'm not sure I even knew that. I think maybe I just expected this to be a slower paced game, so I decided to go fast castle. And that ended up working out okay. I didn't receive any pressure, actually, the entire game. I guess spoiler alert, yeah, no pressure. You can see I'm over here building a blacksmith rather. I should have started building a market first. Market, I think, takes a little longer to build. It's okay though. See, actually, I'm surprised. Blue just got to the feudal age there pretty late. Yellow also pretty late. Really glad that I put this on fast speed. Let's see. Okay, I could be going to the feudal castle age. Not sure what I was doing here. It's definitely a delay of like a minute there. Retasking these villagers. Purple is telling us that gray is over here. Purple and gray. They had a little battle going into our game. Started building this house, and I didn't have anyone building it for a while. I think at this point I didn't even know what my strategy was. The Vikings have strong infantry. It says infantry and navy, but they also have good archers. They get arbalest. Let's see what else. Do they get thumb ring? They get thumb ring. They get ring archer armor and bracer. They of course get ballistics, right? Yeah, I think everyone gets ballistics in chemistry. So they have pretty good archers and infantry. You know what, I'm gonna open that up one more time. I'm not sure I picked a great strategy here. Oh, they do get cavaliers. Let's see. How's their blacksmith for... Don't get all the cavalry upgrades at the blacksmith. Do they get bloodlines? No, they don't get bloodlines. So, okay, I went with the Fast Castle Knights. Fast Castle Knights is, I think, a popular strategy. As the Vikings, I'm not sure how often you might try that, because you can't take the Knights very far. You can upgrade them to Cavalier in the early Imperial Age, but then after that, because late game, your Cavaliers will be outmatched. I'm gonna build a stable once I get to the Castle Age. I don't know why I decided to wait until the Castle Age. I think maybe I was a little confused. Forgot that I could build the stable earlier. In the Feudal Age. I'm pretty sure I sent that villager out there. I thought, oh no, I can't make a stable yet. I was wrong. I'm not sure if I tried to build that before. Anyway, what I should have done was, trying to think of mistakes I made. I guess, obviously, I didn't find enough resources. I didn't dock, which you want to do. I didn't even find the water. Maybe I was panicking. Playing a game on there, I was probably very nervous. I didn't even scout up here. I really should have made a scout once I got to the Feudal Age. I think the 80 food would have really paid dividends. I could have found that boar, maybe, even though he was sometimes in my line of sight. Red is calling for help. No one helped him. I don't think anyone helped him. But really, he was fine. He was getting his outpost destroyed. Why is everyone moving so slowly? This is on fast speed. I'm confused about why everyone's moving around so slowly. I guess the animations are just slow. I'm not sure. Okay, I see my knights coming out. I'm waiting to get a few knights before I go attack. This is such a late night rush. It's really not much of a night rush, more of a night slow. But also, I believe the other teams are still in the Feudal Age, so it's a slow game altogether. I think yellow maybe made... I don't know if they made the right move to go attack red. Red just had so little going for them. I'm moving out with the knights. Making some more knights. Meanwhile, I was in the Castle Age. I see I'm building a town center now. It should have been I think my first priority was building that town center. And I don't have the stone for it. Next priority, I guess, should have been send a couple guys to stone, get more stone, so I could build that third town center. I'll tell you now, I ended up with the highest villagers, so I was happy with that, but it took me, I guess, a long time to get there. And I was not super efficient getting there. Also not efficient controlling my knights. I had them waiting in the trees for a long time. Strange. It's 26 minutes in. It's kind of late to have one building making a military. It's turned to something population game. This is the population game. I think it's 225. Yeah. Still, I'm sending my knights into another set of trees. Another thing I should have done, I had the gold to spare. I really should have done cartography. I didn't do cartography. I think maybe my economy was balanced pretty well. I had 11 on gold, actually. That's kind of a lot, I think. I'm getting a lot of gold. Could have used more of these people, more of these villagers on food, on farms. Could have used a dock, like I said. Okay, I had my knights over here. I missed the attack. They were attacking green, killing a few of their villagers that they still had left. I think what does Roja mean? Rojo necesita ayuda. Rojo? Isn't that blue? Someone needs something. Is it red? Maybe it's red. Red needs help. I think I realized that green was not really competing, so I moved on to searching for other enemies. I didn't know where the enemies were. So I'm here scouting for them. I found them. There's no defenses, which I think at this point in the game is not unexpected. Let's see. The Feudal Age Archers, I think, this is 30 minutes in. I think it's a little late for Feudal Age Archers. They have 3 of them. Feudal Age Archers are no match for the Knights. Not sure what they're queuing up here, taking out this villager. I thought about following them out of the gate, but I didn't realize that they weren't walled in yet anyway. They're still building the wall, so I could come back in. And also I could have came in around this way. I don't think this was ever walled over here. I guess at this point I'll leave Fog of War off. Yes, so teal and yellow enemies up here. Teal did not dock. They was a noob, big of a noob as I am. Yellow docked. They don't have much going on up here. So they could have actually. No, there's just a couple patches of fish. So. They do have idle ships though. They could definitely have tasked those to the food. I believe it was yellow just rang the town bell. I usually don't want to do that. I'm gonna slow this down, I guess, since. Oh, that's not helping. Maybe I should leave the Fog of War on. The game is crushingly slow. Yellow is trying to fight off knights with spearmen. Spearmen are a counter to knights, but only once they're pikemen are they really an effective counter. I believe they'll deal the bonage damage, but it's not going to do much. I gotta speed this up. It's going so slow. And then, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I think maybe I went to focus on my economy. I didn't have the knights doing anything. I was getting more knights. Knights aren't even a good strategy for Vikings. I really should have just went back, tried to kill some more villagers around Teal's base. Here's some guys. This woodline totally unprotected. They have no units over here. Maybe I didn't realize that I didn't need to be afraid of the spearmen. Yellow patched up this hole. That's all well and good, but there's a big opening over here. I think maybe blue is signaling to attack. I'm not sure who's marked the map. Oh no, I'm marking the map. I'm informing them that yellow and teal are over here. I need to get knights. I could have really just taken them out. Send my knights around and wreaking havoc. This tower protects their gold and stone. There's stone over here. It's being mined that is unprotected. All these farms. get these lumberjacks, more miners over here. And this puny little spearman army isn't going to do much. I think maybe I saw the spearmen and decided to go archers. Archers I think is a better plan anyway for the Vikings. I'm still, oh no, I forgot that I did build the third town center. And I'm also housed. I'm guessing I kept making villagers because I did end up at 105, which is decent. Okay, I got these stone and gold mines over here. This one's, you want to try not to oversaturate your wood lines. I think I have, what, like 10 or so villagers here. That's, I think, okay. I could have moved some of these villagers elsewhere, like over here. I have a lot of villagers on this one gold pile, but they're all, some of them are like under the town center, so I think they're fine. I finally got cartography. Blue is bringing in his knights. We both have knights. I wonder what civilization he is. I forgot already. He's the Huns. So his knights are going to be more effective than mine. I got some of the upgrades. Looks like I got 2 levels of cavalry upgrades. I was really planning on doing knights here, I guess. Blue knew about as much of what he should do with his knights as I did. He's setting his knights over here into a corner. I feel like your units might as well be dead if you're not using them. So I should have done something more. I couldn't see that this gate, this wall was finished. I mean, I should have checked. Oh, the scout is going to tell me that the wall is finished. This is a blue scout. God, they got me. I could still go around. I ended up hacking at this wall for a while, not realizing that I believe it's still not walled off over here. Yellow does have the proper counter for the knights, though. The pikemen. So you'd want to avoid those. Although, together with blue, we could have taken out all those pikemen, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what here. I don't know what's going on. Red did come back eventually. They started building up. One thing you'll see, you only have more than one town center. Teal and yellow were mostly allowed to just grow their economies. Yellow is getting attacked a little. They were hacking at their wall. But they certainly could have built additional town centers. They didn't give themselves a lot of room to build town centers with this wall. They really walled themselves into just a sliver of the map. And red is over here. Red also walled them in. Of course, gray, or yellow rather, was breaking down their walls. But they should have pushed red, I think, a little harder. Red and green, though, were kind of both out of the game, not making a big impact, so... You know, even if they had taken out red, it wouldn't have mattered much. I don't know why the video is so slow. I wonder if I turn on the Fog of War, will it help? I think my laptop could be a little underpowered to handle streaming. Not streaming, I'm just recording. Let's see. I'm bringing some archers in. The archers will do a good job against the spearmen. Not so much the skirmishers, but I'm not sure if they had the elite skirmishers anyway. Turning those out. Oh. I built a castle. Finally, I had enough stone for another castle, which I probably should have put that down. I had these villagers here. One mistake I made, especially in my first few games, was not setting the gather points for the town centers. I think it's a good idea to set them to something like wood, and then trying to sort those villagers out later, rather than just having them stand idle. I could have been building these buildings with those villagers. Here I'm trying to attack this archery range. I guess it's fine. The knights here. Blue's running away. I could have helped them out. I had these archers sitting there firing at a building. Smooth animation. Pikemen are, like I said, a strong counter against the knights, but with the archers here, the archers will keep them out. Of course, I'm not sure if the archers will even fire at the spearmen. Now, of course, we have these spearmen here coming from around. I believe these knights will clean up the spearmen, pikemen over here, and then these archers are going to tear apart the pikemen and the, what, 2 or 3 vanilla skirmishers that they have. They do have some upgrades on their infantry at least, so that's good. Like I said, teal and yellow just have one town center, so they probably don't have the economy to field another, like a replacement army. Blue is in here tearing up, I don't know what. Green is gone there. I think they've migrated over here inside teals and yellows kind of, but they just have such a small corner. This is actually 3 teams over here of the enemy's army, I guess. Grays over here, I didn't talk much about them. They were fighting with purple. Purple ended up, I believe, having the most kills. So there was a lot going on over here, but I wanted to focus on all play. Forward castle, I think I should have put more villagers on the forward castle. I had so many idle villagers. I had a few idle villagers. I went up to the Imperial Age. I didn't mention it, but I had the resources to get to the Imperial Age a long time ago, and I really should have. You want to use your resources much sooner. You don't want them just sitting here, because they're doing nothing for you. All these villagers are doing nothing for you unless you actually use the resources. So I should have had a much bigger military. Could have gone like champions or berserks or something. I didn't have many castles, so probably champions. I believe the Vikings get champions. I think I was planning on going Arbalest. Although I don't think the game lasted long enough to even get that upgrade. Yellow had already resigned, and his teammates will follow suit shortly. Wish the game was a little smoother. I didn't even think about this. Teal was the Goths, so archers were not a good choice against them, so I probably wouldn't go champions, or berserks. But they did have 2 castles. They didn't have the economy to pump out Huskarls. Only one town center's not going to cut it, especially in a single population game. Red came in here with some pikemen and siege. This castle, I'm not sure it's a great spot for a castle. It doesn't do anything. I guess it's a snap, so that's about it. I've tasked some more villagers to come in here and build. Look at these arrows coming slowly. Let's see every arrow. Okay, Gray resigned. I think they were losing the fight to Purple, and also Yellow had already resigned, so over. Now Green resigns, and Teal resigns in a minute. And there you have it. That's a game in the books. Let's check out the stats. I guess as far as my own analysis, I held my own here. I was happy with the number of villagers that I ended up with, 105. I could have got there a lot faster. I had 3 castles. I don't remember where the third one was. Killed 33 units, only lost 8. That was pretty good. Knocked down 8 buildings. That's good. Purple led the military score, though. With their battle over here with Gray. Looks like it was pretty close. Of course, a lot of the economies were very small in this game. You know, even in the new player lobby on Voobly, you'll see like a pretty big skill range between people who, you know, build multiple town centers, and then you'll find people who, like in this room, have 1,200 plus ratings and only build 1 town center. I had the most resources. I guess that makes sense considering the number of villagers. I got to the castle age the soonest. I didn't end up getting to the Imperial Age before the game finished. Blue was the only team to get a relic. Here's the timeline. Like I said, Green was pretty much never really in the game, and Red was also not a big factor. Our populations were so much bigger than like Teal, just on that 1 town center. And there you go. Like I said, this is part of the first episode rather of the road to 1200. I think I started out at like 1152, and I think this got my rating up like 6 points to 1158. So I still got some ways to go. But really, like your rating can change. I think up to like 32 points in a game. So you can make up 50 points pretty quickly. All right, so that's that game. I'll see you in the next episode of the Road to 1200.